Hey guys, how's it going? It's Electron, man. Well, we got a cool one for you today. Actually, kind of start out. I went to the Ham Fest last week when we had our local Ham Fest, and I got like 4 or 5 cool items we're going to be checking out. Some bargain items I picked up. They say they might have worked, might not. But anyway, look forward to. I got about 4 or 5 cool items. I think will be fun content for the channel. But anyway, we're going to start today with this cool looking 3D wall. Let me go ahead and do a little box opening on it, and let's check it out. I think it'll really accent my man cave. Okay, guys, here it is. It says 3D wall clock. Shouldn't be too hard of a box opening. Anyway, go ahead and get it out. Here's the user's manual. It's got a remote control, so you can dim and lighten it, and I kind of know some of the specs on it now. And it actually shows the temperature too, which is really cool. So it'll go back and forth between temperature and time, or you can have it stay on time, etc. Looks like got some wall mounting equipment here. Looks like those are kind of cool. Some little hanger hooks, I guess, depending on what you're doing, and some wall screws. I'll probably screw it into the wall. Got a pretty good idea where I'm going to put it in the man cave. And looks like right here is the power cable. It's just USB powered, so you know you can either use your little USB root, or if you got a computer by whatever, just a USB power. And it looks like it's about 10 or 12 feet long, so it's got some nice length to it, so you can definitely mount it to a wall, no problem. And let's go ahead and get her out of here and take a look. This is large, by the way, and I love these type of clocks. You know, they kind of remind me of my CB radio, etc., as far as the way the digits are laid out. But there you go. There's the. I mean, this is pretty large. I would say it's a solid 12 inches by 5 or 6 for sure. I'll look the specs up, but that's gonna be a cool clock. And man, this would go great. I mean, in a man cave like I'm gonna put it, or it'd go good in a, I guess even a bedroom, or definitely like a dorm room. I mean, kind of a conversational piece. And you know, we all need wall clocks. Why not make it, you know, a cool looking wall clock? Or actually, I'd say a super cool looking wall clock. So anyway, I think that's all that's in the box. Yeah, let me go ahead and set this down here. And let's just do an initial power up of it. This box out of my hair, like I have hair. Well, I have some, just not on the top of my head. Okay, and it plugs in. Looks like got a little bitty, almost like a JST connector. That's kind of a no-brainer. It's 2 wires, 2 wires. Looks like it's keyed, so it only goes in one way. There we go. It's plugged in. Now all I gotta do is I actually have one handy here, a USB plug. Boom. Wow, that's gonna be cool. Got the remote here. Let's see, you can do clock. There's your temp. It's even got an alarm. And you got brightness. Loving the remote too. This is cool. This is definitely gonna be in it. Now, obviously, it's got a tone in it too. I wonder how alarm clock is. Anyway, we'll get back and we're gonna go ahead and. Let me stop this for a second. I'll show you where I think I'm going to put it, and we'll get it mounted on the wall, and then we'll kind of get a better vision. If it's kind of hard to see just sitting here on the bench like this, you know, it's definitely a large clock. You need to really have it, you know, 6 or 8 feet away from you to really get a good effect on it. But anyway, let me go ahead and
all right,
guys, check it out. I just plugged it in. Put it right below my Route 66 underneath my Pac-Man game. I think that just looks super cool. Definitely a nice addition to the man cave. Go ahead and kind of go through the little remote here and show you what all it's got. I'll set this camera up here and kind of go through it, but it shows time, it shows temperature, it shows date. You can have those rotate, or you can have it to where it just sticks on the time, or you know, it's also even got an alarm clock. What a great little dorm clock, or I think man cave clock for sure, or you know, office clock. It's kind of a conversation piece, and even against that white wall, you can see it just clear as day. And we're in the daytime with all my lights on, so no problem with being able to see it. It's nice and bright. In fact, you could even turn it down at night, or you can even turn it down to off it if you want at night. And if the light was bothering you, I'd probably dim it at light. It's also got an automatic light sensor too that it'll adjust for the lighting of the room, which we'll play with that here in a little bit too. But anyway, I wanted to show you it mounted up there, and then we're going to go ahead and mount this camera up on somewhere stable and kind of go through the features. So let's kind of go through it real quick. As you can see, I've got it all set up now, and I'm not going to bore you too much with that. By the way, the instructions that came with it are really good, and you can either adjust the clock from the remote, or you can adjust the clock from the back of it. It has buttons on the back of it. Obviously, I prefer the remote, but anyway, just kind of go through it real quick here and kind of show you everything it's got. I'll go ahead and hit the clock, and right here's where you set it, and it'll blink there. Then you can use the arrow to move over to the minutes. Then you can use the up arrow. Whoops, I didn't mean to change it. And then you can set the date. You hit clock again, it'll go to the date or the month. Of course, then the date, and then the year as well. So hit clock once. Okay, hit clock once, it'll set it. Hit right arrow to get the minutes. Hit clock again, you get the date. You can set the month and the day by hitting left and right and up and down arrows, and then you hit clock again, and of course you can set the year, which is obviously 2023. And we'll hit clock again, we're back in there. You can anytime you want, you can hit the left arrow, and it'll start rotating through all of them. So I just hit that left arrow. Now see, it's going to go at 77 degrees in here. It's 11:32. And of course, you can just hit it again, and it'll go back to just the clock. And then you can hit the temp just any time on the remote, just to show you your temp if you want to see your temperature. If you don't want it rotating around. And then of course you have your bright, and you can hit bright, and bright's off. That means that it's just going to turn the lights completely off. Hit the bright again. It's going to be bright, and it's going to be second, and it's going to be low. And yes, that's actually lit. Alexa, lights off.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it's actually still on, but it's really dim, which would be great if if somebody bothers lights at night. It's just dim enough that it wouldn't bother you when you're sleeping, but it'd still be enough to where you can see it. Alexa, lights on. Alexa, lights on.
Okay.
And we'll go back to this. And it also has the cool dimming feature in it, to where I believe that right now I've got it set to dimming. The first set is Alexa, lights off.
Okay.
See, it automatically dims it for you. Alexa, lights on. Alexa, lights on.
Okay.
So see there, so you don't, actually I like it in the automatic mode. That's perfect, like if you had it in a room or something like that. And then the only other thing you have is an alarm clock, which you can just click it. Got it set to off, or you can set it to on, and then you can set the time. Which, what time was it? Here, let's set the alarm clock for, let's say 11:41. And it is on, so there it should go. So we'll just wait a couple of minutes here for it to go off. And there you go, 11:41, and your alarm clock goes up. And it even blinks. I didn't know it did that. And by the way, if you don't hit snooze or anything, it'll go off for a minute, and then snooze for 5, and then go off again, and it'll do that 3 times, and after that it'll stop according to instructions. We're not going to sit there and watch all that, but anyway, like I said, anytime you want to shut it off, just hit any button on it, and that will stop it. There you go. You can turn the alarm clock off if you want. You can turn it off now, don't need it. And I think I showed you everything. Left button makes it rotate. Oh, and I showed you how it auto dims on it. And oh, by the way, guys, if you like this product, I'll provide you a link down below on Amazon. I think it's a real bargain. Definitely a nice addition to, like, any place really. I think it's a really cool LED light. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And as always, have a great day, guys.